Listen, a lot of your confusion about men could be solved if you actually talk to men and then listen to them. Scribe, let's talk about it.
I will die on this hill, but a man never grows to like you more than what he did in the beginning. Pass the bucket, honey. Pass the offering bucket. A man will never grow in his attraction for a woman from what he liked or didn't like in the beginning. He's gonna stay in the same level of attraction, right? Well, can a guy like you and then grow to love? Yes, of course. But a guy either likes you or he doesn't. We are the stupid ones, us women, that stay around lingering, waiting for him to change us from categories of these four that I'm talking about. We wait around for him to change us in categories when he's already placed us from the very beginning. And then us as women, we grow in attraction from when we meet the guy. We're like, oh, he's like a 3, he's nice. And then we go on this date, on dates with this guy 2, 3, 4 times. And all of a sudden, oh my God, I'm in love. Because of the way oxytocin works in us and the way, the body, what I call it, the mattress wrestling or the mattress gymnastics that we go through. Now we're connected to this person and we're now attracted to them because we've mixed and mingled. Yeah. So as women, we grow in attraction. We grow into falling in love. We grow into liking this man. That's why sometimes we see somebody or we start talking to someone and we don't really like them as much, but he gives us enough attention and enough fake chase that now we're like bonded. All of a sudden we're in love in like a month, right? We're stupid because men either like you or they don't. You cannot stay around a man's life trying to convince him, trying to show him or prove to him or audition, performing for him to change us out of the category that he put us in. If he put us in the category of fantasy, of fun, and a filler, he is going to keep us there.
There's so many things I want to address on this one. I mean, let's get straight to it. So you understand on one hand, right? This is why men are also often asking about your body count, because you do bond with men with the mattress, gymnastics. This creates a bond in which you are kind of emotionally tied to the man. So when men are asking you, what's your body count? It's because the more you engage in that, the less you have an ability to bond with that guy. The more you see sex as just a physical release of hormones, of neurochemicals, where it just feels good and there's no real bonding there, the harder it is for you to bond with a man later on down the line. That's why I'm sort of concerned with it. On one end, some other end, they're just like, that's too much. But so you can recognize that, you can admit to that. But what you don't understand is you are trying to look and say, when men initially see you and they look and say they're going to put you in a category, absolutely. This is going to be because of the way you carry yourself, because of the circumstances in which I met you. Beginnings are tricky things. If I met you in a strip club, I'm going to have a certain lane for you. I'm not thinking, I can't wait to take you back to mom. I can't wait to take you to church. I can't wait to introduce you into the rest of the family, integrate you into my life. No, I'm looking and saying, this is where I found you. This is what it is. You don't have to like it, but that is part of it. So we meet you on the same sort of playing field in a grocery store, on whatever, on the job. Yes, we can actually grow from liking to loving, right? To being head over heels for you. Stop thinking that men are not capable of the same things that you are. We just bond differently at different times. Because your own personal experience has shown you that this hasn't really worked out for you doesn't mean that it's impossible to happen for other people. It does all the time. We have to start walking away from, in my personal experience of the men I've dealt with, this has been what's happened to me. And because I'm not happy with it, because it hasn't worked out the way it should, somehow it's all these men's fault. It's an inability for all these men. When you take a step back, and you look at this from a macro level, the idea that you cannot stop for one brief second, a millisecond, an attosecond, and say, maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. That whatever happened with this other guy, whatever the reasons behind it, it's because he liked me this much. He was only attracted to me this much and never more than that. You're going to distill, you're going to boil down the rest of your relationship, the rest of your experience with men, down to this one sort of idea, this one sort of line in which you want to die on, want to put out there to the internet, the algorithm's internet, and then suddenly This is supposed to make sense. Everyone's supposed to resonate with this and say, yes, 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 yes. Again, a macro view. Let's take it even further back view, right? You know, we're looking down on the cosmos as Silver Surfer, and we're looking and saying, okay, for all the relationships that are happening online, for all the testimonials, all the stories, all the story times that we see on there. And so remind me, make another shirt about I don't want to be in your story time. You think that every single relationship that a woman has had with a man can be boiled down to whatever, insert whatever, rather than taking a bit of accountability and saying, yeah, I kind of messed that up. I kind of messed it up. I was having a conversation with my best friend just yesterday. You know, we were texting. I said the amount of accountable women I know in my life can be measured. The amount of accountable women I've come across is a measurable thing. You think about what that means for a 40-year-old man, for all the people he's met in his life. It's a measurable thing where you can count them off, say this. These are people who are accountable. This is what we're saying. This is why you have so much trouble with dating today. One, you expect it to be easy. You think that because you're such a great person, you're awesome, you're amazing, that when you go out there into the real world, someone else is going to see that immediately. No, this is why we date. When I initially see you, I see someone, oh, she's attractive. Let me get to know more about her. When I can learn more about your qualities, I can learn more about your history, your story. When you can entice me about why you are super dope, awesome, my attraction for you rises. It's not just based off the physical, because if that was the case, we all know over time that fades. Over time, that's supposed to be easily supplanted by who you are, your character, your personality. But when you have this inability to look inward, because that takes accountability, that takes that introspective work. As much as women are obsessed about doing the work, I don't know how you can do the work and not come out more accountable. It's always, I've done all this work, and all I found that it was this person's issue, this man's issue, this man's issue, this man's issue. Never you're stopping and saying, well, what did I contribute wrong to these relationships? It's always his fault. It's always, I learned something about myself because he did this, he took me there. It's never saying, yeah, I kind of messed these up. I wasn't that type of person. Whatever reasons, your lack of accountability is going to keep you having hotter and wilder takes, where it's always going to come down it's the man's fault. It's the man's fault. So the natural conclusion to something like this is very, very simple. Men are just going to come in there and say, I'm trying to get what I need to get from you, because whether or not I'm with you, whether or not I'm in love with you, whether or not I'm your husband, whether or not I'm your ex-husband, at any stage of this game, it's my fault. This is why men go silent in relationships. It doesn't matter when I bring something to you, it's my fault. It doesn't matter when I try to address something, it's my fault. So, of these 4 stages that I could possibly be in, which one is going to limit my exposure to some sort of harm? Financial harm. Okay, I'm not going to get married. Cool. Women are saying the same thing. They don't want to get married. Fine. What's the argument? Right? If no one wants to get married, we just put that to the side. Fine. There. I don't want to be in a relationship with you because, again, it's just going to come out to be, I did something wrong. It's my fault. Cool. I don't want to get married, like we said. I don't want to be an ex-husband. I can avoid that by not getting married to you. All right. So where do we leave ourselves? In doing this dance of situationships, of hookups here. But it's clear you don't want that. In order for that to change, we're going to have to start doing some introspective work and talking about ourselves outside of someone else's fault, outside of the man only likes you for this and this and that. It shows how much you don't know, you don't care to know about men. You see the world through your lens, and that's enough. But then you want us to be a partner. Then you want us to be a partner to you in a specific way. But when you don't understand the nature of a thing, how can you commend it? How can you make any type of request from it? When you're shown an inability or just a complete lack of care, do you wonder why men are going to keep treating you like they treat you? And this is specifically for you. If this has been your relationship paradigm, then you need to look and say, well, why does this keep happening? I am the common denominator in this. It can't be because I've had this relationship with 3 men, that somehow the rest of the men are responsible for this. When we hear that, especially us that are healed, that have done a lot of work or on a healing journey, we just say, cool, I'm not looking to change your mind. I'm not looking to fix whatever it is with you. I'm simply going to leave you right here. No matter how much I feel about you, no matter how much potential I see in you, I'm going to leave you right here with all of that baggage. Deal with it. Hopefully down the line, sometime in the future, if we're both healed or both doing well, we could meet up down in the future. But for now, good luck. We're not going to deal with it. But if you disagree, let me know down in the comments below. If you see other videos on your screen, check those out. Let me know your thoughts about those in those videos, of course. And if you listen to my voice now, you have not subscribed, I think you should. Just trying to build something dope. See you in the next one.